The news broke like a joke. The Los Angeles Dodgers, an organization obsessed with star power, had acquired Ryan Fitzgerald, an infielder from the Minnesota Twins, who, according to countless tweets, looks exactly like the departed James Outman, setting the internet ablaze with confusion. But pay attention, because this seemingly minor move, this look-alike acquisition, is actually the final calculated punchline in a three-dimensional chess game spanning 3 months and 4 teams, a sequence of roster maneuvers so intricate it suggests the baseball gods themselves engineered this bizarre reunion.
Welcome, conspiracy theorists and baseball fanatics, to 605 News 1, where we don't just report the roster moves, we analyze the destiny embedded within the Los Angeles Dodgers depth chart. For weeks, Dodger Nation waited for the next thunderous splash after the colossal Ohtani and Yamamoto signings, but the front office, in typical fashion, went silent, preferring to operate in the subsurface currents. Then came Fitzgerald, a 31-year-old utility player, acquired quietly. On the surface, his major league numbers from last season, a modest 196 average in 24 games, though paired with a surprising 758 OPS and 4 home runs, suggest a bench filler. This is where the casual fan stops looking, but this is where the true genius of the Dodgers operation is revealed. This acquisition is anything but dull, insisted veteran scout Hector Lopez. You look at his AAA performance, 59 games, a scorching .277 average, a .367 OBP, and a .469 slugging percentage. That's an OPS of .836. That is elite minor league production for a middle infielder who can handle 3 different spots on the diamond. The Dodgers weren't buying a lottery ticket. They were securing an experienced high-floor insurance policy, a crucial difference when building a machine designed for October dominance. The core necessity of this move lies in the health of the current roster, an emotional connection point for every fan who remembers last season's midsummer slide.
Freddie Freeman, a marvel of consistency, still requires careful load management, and Max Muncy, while powerful, is increasingly a conditioning concern. Crucially, Tommy Edman underwent necessary ankle surgery this past offseason. The guarantees of a stable infield through the grueling 162-game schedule simply don't exist. When we look at the potential for injury, we don't plan for a week, we plan for 3 months of continuous coverage, explained front office consultant Kenji Tanaka.
If Muncy needs a week off, we need a 3B/2B who won't bleed runs. Fitzgerald is that guy. He's the physical manifestation of preventative maintenance. Now, you hear the immediate counterargument. Why waste a 40-man roster spot on a 31-year-old journeyman when you have exciting prospects like Alex Friedland waiting in the wings? This is the common mistake of prioritizing flash over function.
Friedland might have higher upside, but he lacks the consistent, tested experience needed to step into a pressurized situation in May or June and immediately stabilize the defense. Fitzgerald, at 31, is a proven commodity in both leagues. He understands the bench role, accepts the workload fluctuations, and delivers acceptable defensive versatility at shortstop, second base, and third base. His age is actually his asset here, Tanaka argued passionately. He's not worrying about his next contract or fighting for a starting role. He's a professional utility knife, ready to cut wherever the manager points. That stability is worth 10 young, jittery prospects combined. But the true climax of this narrative isn't Fitzgerald's batting average. It is the almost fictional trade chain that delivered him to Los Angeles, a plot twist so convoluted it feels like a movie script. This started in late December. The Dodgers traded outfielder Esteury Ruiz to the Marlins, acquiring minor league arm Adriano Mariello. This move, designed to clear a single roster spot, pushed the Marlins into DFAing infielder Zach Wagaman due to their own roster constraints. Wagaman was then claimed by the Twins. Here's the beautiful, terrifying causality. When the Twins added Wagaman, it was Ryan Fitzgerald who was then pushed off their 40-man roster and placed on waivers. And who was there, silently waiting like a predator? The Dodgers. We didn't initiate a 3-way trade, but we perfectly positioned ourselves to benefit from the cascading consequences of 2 smaller moves, Tanaka observed. It was a quasi-3-way trade without the cost of negotiation. We secured high-floor bench depth merely by managing the waiver wire chaos we indirectly created.
This whole sequence speaks to the methodical, almost clinical approach the Dodgers take to roster construction. They absorb the best available veteran talent created by other teams' roster bottlenecks, ensuring they always hit the maximum 40-man capacity with maximum utility. This acquisition, lacking any star luster, embodies the quiet strength of a championship-caliber team.
The joke that the face of James Outman has returned to the Dodgers is just a fun distraction from the serious business at hand. Imagine the opposing dugout watching Fitzgerald step in for a resting Muncy, delivering a clutch single, and realizing that even the Dodgers' bench players have uncanny narrative synergy and AAA OPS numbers of .836. This move isn't about headlines, it's about surviving the 162-game war of attrition.
It's about insurance, stability, and maximizing every single roster spot. The fact that the front office leveraged a chain of events, Outman leaves, Outman's doppelganger arrives via an accidental three-team ripple effect, is too perfect to be purely random. It suggests destiny, or perhaps just terrifying competence. We saw the big stars arrive, but it's these unheralded tactical signings that truly underpin a title run.
Now, we have to ask, was this entire convoluted trade chain truly just a lucky break? Or do you believe the Dodgers front office calculated this exact result months ago, knowing they needed the Outman lookalike to secure the infield? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and if you enjoyed this deep dive into the true genius of roster management, please smash that like button, share this video, and subscribe to 605 News One for more expert analysis.